5 years ago, I made my way back into the professional game. Now, fast forward 5 years later, I've made over 100 EFL appearances and have been documenting my journey ever since returning to the full-time game. After a few years on the road, moving for the job, at the start of this season, I was presented with an opportunity to come home, start afresh and move on to the next chapter in my career. This season has without doubt been one of the most challenging I've had since returning to the game. There's been plenty of highs, lots of lows and lots of lessons learned along the way. We now find ourselves in the back end of the season with over 30 games already played so far, and with just over 8 weeks of the season remaining, it's important to finish as strong as we possibly can, both from an individual and team perspective. I started this whole content thing roughly 4 years ago, showing you the lifestyle of a footballer, the highs, lows, some hard truths, and everything included from full days of eating, days in the life, training sessions and more. So without further ado, although it's been a while, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a day in the life of a professional footballer. Testing. It's been that long since I've vlogged, I'm going to have to check that this is working. Watch this back before I actually get stuck into a vlog. So, little tester. Right, ladies and gents, before we do get stuck into this vlog, I've just watched that video back, and this needs to go. It's horrific. So, give me 2 minutes, let me have a shave, and then we'll get stuck into the video. I'm ready to be embraced. Right, let me just clear this station, the vlogging station, and then we'll get stuck into it. And just like that, we are back. Cheers, everybody. I poured a load of water on myself now. It looks like I pissed myself. It's been a minute. It's been a long time since we got the trusty camera up. I'm going to prop you all down here. This is the worst start to a vlog that I've probably ever had. God, what are those hairs from shave? It's got in my nose. Right, is that going to work? I'm hoping you'll be able to see me here. I can sort of see in the reflection of the window that you can. Brilliant, we're off. So yeah, it's been a long time since I picked up the camera and got a vlog in. I know, I keep telling you all, I'm going to be consistent on the vlogs, and then I go missing, then I go disappearing. I haven't died, nothing's happened. I just can't find that consistency with YouTube. It takes so much time and effort to get these videos done. But I now have a system and a strategy in place for 1 video a week until summer, which will be the end of the season, and have we got some good content ready for summer. So I'm basically going on like a mega trip, which I'm not going to tell you about just yet. It's a solo one, which should make for some interesting vlogs. So I'm very excited about that. We've got 51 days left of the season. It's flown by. Not been my greatest season, in all honesty. Had a lot of stuff on the pitch, off the pitch, which again, I'll pick up as today's video progresses, because I feel like I've not really shared that much this season in terms of behind the scenes content, but hey ho, that is football, that is life, things happen. So for today, the time is 9:15. The world's my oyster, really. We've got a day off, it's a Monday. I can technically do anything that I want, which is interesting. I'm gonna have a little solo date day. I don't know where yet. I might go to Africa or Brazil. Maybe they're two of the places that I'm going in summer. You won't know until the first vlog of the summer off season. But for today, I think I'm gonna go to Formby. I've got a drone. Obviously, if you've sort of followed on Instagram, I've proper nailed the camera equipment. So to the guy that told me, just buy a camera, you cheap, in my last video, well, mate, I've just spent about $2 on camera footage, so that video will be for you. But yeah, today I'm going to spend the day in Formby. I've decided, it's already pre-planned, I'm acting like I've not decided it, or I've just decided it now. I'd had a rough idea, that's what I was going to do. Shouldn't have told you that, because now I look like a wally. But I'm basically going to go to Formby, have a little date day, get some food, coffee, and then I'm going to go to the dunes and do some running. We'll get that drone out, test that, potentially link that into this footage, because I need to start testing all this sort of stuff for summer, for my plans. So we'll get the drone out, do some running, make it look all interesting, and then we'll go through life updates, where I'm at, football, all that sort of stuff like you guys want to know, and then we'll take it on as the day progresses. So, on that note, Alexa, please play. Play We Are One by Pitbull. Oh,
We Are One, Ole Ola by Pitbull, featuring Jennifer Lopez, Claudia Leite, on Amazon Music.
Right, let's make a coffee and get stuck into the video. I've moved the camera so you're in a different spot, everyone. Hello again. You wouldn't think that makes a nice cup of coffee, but it's absolutely sensational. The caffeine addiction is well and truly at its highest point ever. I think I actually managed 6 cups the other day, which is probably a new personal record for me. However, this thing, the trusty V60, is now officially my new favourite coffee machine, or coffee condiment, whatever you call it. So as you all know, I am a bit of a coffee snob. It is actually only my first coffee of the day and it's 20 past, but this is like a foolproof method for making the best cup of coffee. The best cup of joe. We'll let this bad boy brew away. In there, all the bubbles, and then we'll get cracking. I was gonna plan on making breakfast here before we go, but I've literally got no food in. I hear you saying, why have you not got food? You're a footballer, you're an athlete. I'm allowed to make mistakes in life as well too, guys, you know. But look at this. It looks like there's a lot of food in there, but we've got some chutney, some coconut milk, some pieces of ham. And that's about it. I've got some Optics eye drops as well. So I could make an interesting concoction with those 4 ingredients, but I think what I'm gonna do is have the coffee and then we'll head off to Formby for the day, get some breakfast, do a run. Might turn into a bit of an interesting vlog this actually. See, look at this, who would have thought? Now Alexa, please stop playing and please play The Cave by Mumford & Sons. That's a good coffee song. Oi! Alexa, I said, please play The Cave by Mumford & Sons.
Here's The Cave by Mumford & Sons.
Thought I was going to have a scrap with her then. Thank you. I'm like a kid at Christmas, packing his bags. By the way, this isn't anything weird. This is an eye mask. Something that I've been wearing to sleep each night, which has helped me sleep like a baby. I need to pack some stuff to running, because I can't run in this, can I, obviously? But I also can't turn up to Formby on a solo cafe date, dressed as if I'm going out for a run, because that would just scream solo man having midlife crisis. So, where's my actual running shorts? They're swim shorts. I could go in the sea. This is the drone, the little bad boy. I need to do some sort of update on it, but this is what we're working with. Basically, that camera, it's actually pretty sick. That camera in there follows you. So, like, all the running that I'm going to do today, I don't have to do it. Well, obviously, I have to do the running, but the camera will just, like, link to me. So, need to get this update done for it, then we're going to get in the car and head off. And we're off on today's adventure. Let's go. We're up and at it. We're off. I've got so much gear in here. I've got a load of camera equipment as well. But I need to find somewhere that I can stop off for some food, because I've not really done Formby. Well, I have, but last time I did it was probably when I was like 12. So I need to find somewhere, have a little Google of where we can stop off. A little cafe, get some breakfast down us. Another coffee, probably let Mother Nature do its thing, because that's not happening yet this morning. And then we'll head to the beach and start the running session. So, cue an epic sort of driving montage. I might do a carpool karaoke, who knows. I'm on shuffle, so absolutely anything could come on here. We could have opera, Disney, rap, house, absolutely anything. This is really risky. Like, look at this, my piano playlist. Emily Sandé, she's a bit of a goat, to be fair. You have to admit the chorus is a bit of a banger. Oh, tune! Oh my god, it's all the old school bangers today. I'm already wanting to do my run now because of this playlist, and I've not eaten. I'm going to sprint into the cafe, charging about. The adrenaline's just through the roof. Get on it, the troops suit on fire, you know I need it much closer. Oh, come on. Right, we've just arrived. I've had a bit of a fucking nightmare in all honesty. The cafe that I was going to go to is closed, so I should have checked that beforehand. So I found another little coffee shop, but it's literally just going to be a case of coffee and a pastry, which isn't going to make for good pre-running fuel. So this could be interesting now. Pre-run fuel, we obviously have the trusty flat white, an almond croissant, and a tuna bagel melt. Tried to keep it as best suited to running as I could. That looks absolutely sensational. Oh, have a look at that. Bash, as Big John would say. Right, this deserves a taste test. Live on YouTube for you viewers. Yeah. Okay. I can get on board with that. It is a tuna bagel as well, I can confirm. I could imagine probably not bad macros either. There's about 500 calories in that. A little bit of cheese, bagel, tuna. Mayonnaise in there as well. It's probably isn't great, but hey ho. I thought this was the most sensible option. Pre-run. There was a chippy next door, which did nearly call me in, but I stayed sensible. I dive into that almond croissant next as well. I might save that for a post-run treat. No, I definitely won't, will I? I know what I'm like. I'll eat it before I go. We're in Formby, of all places. So it's nice to hear a Scouse accent again. Hiya, love. What can I get for you? There's me, the big dope. One tuna bagel, please. I'm getting a lot of weird looks here. I don't know why. Let a man eat his bagel. Some woman's just absolutely eyeballed me. And it's not someone who I would necessarily want to be eyeballed by. Scousers, they're just so intimidating. That was really, really good, that. Really, really nice. Really enjoyed it. Now on to the main dessert. The almond croissant in all its glory. Oh, baby. Yeah. Okay. That's exceptional. But that is very calorific. I can tell you that for sure. The one at Starbucks that I get some mornings on my way to trade is about 350 calories. Well, no, it is 350 calories. This is about twice the size and a lot denser. I feel so full. I feel like I could have a nap. Just recline my chair and sit here and think about all of life's decisions. I actually need to go and do the main reason why I'm here, which is some running on the beach, but fucking hell, I can't be arsed. That was... I knew I shouldn't have got the croissant. It just made me go sleepy. I also don't know where the beach is from here. And I've also got no service on my phone for some reason, so I can't Google it on Google Maps. I actually might have to ask someone. Maybe I'll ask the woman that was eyeballing me before. Excuse me, love. Which way's the beach? I'm looking to sunbathe, crack open a cold one, and have a good time. But I don't know what I could do here. I'm going to have to do something. Hopefully just drive around until my service comes up and then make our way to the beach. Well, this is going to be interesting. I didn't realise quite how windy it was. And then when you're down by the sea, you basically just times that by 100. Christ, on a bike, it's cold. Oh, God. Yes, I have just driven 45 minutes to walk onto a beach, look around, and walk off. Oh, God. Well, it was a nice coffee, though. No run, but we did have a nice coffee. Oh, God. What a waste. I literally tried setting off the drone in the air, and it was like this. I was like, I'm not wasting this. Or contemplating, not even contemplating. I can't speak, my head scrambled. I'm not risking it getting broke or blown away or something the first time of using it. I mean, the conditions were treacherous. They're absolutely terrible. That's not what a runner needs. Gale force winds, sand, dogs. It's just not what you need, is it? So it does feel like a bit of a, well, no, it is a wasted journey, let's be honest. What a fucking pointless hour's drive. But, as I say, I got a nice tuna melt, a nice almond croissant and a coffee. I am going to go for a run still. I'm just going to go to my usual spot instead. I wanted to do something different with it being my day off. So we're going to have to go back to the usual spot. I'll film a session there. So I'm going to catch you at the next spawn point. No. Can I just get a flat white, please, and a bottle of water? No, that's everything, thank you. Cheers. I am such an addict. Number 4. Right, so before we get stuck into the session, I thought I'd give a little bit of an update on football and where we're at, because I've had quite a few messages since Saturday, funnily enough, asking about football, whether I'm injured, sort of what's going on. So unfortunately, unfortunately I'm not injured, but that's not the reason why I wasn't in the team or wasn't playing. I've just not been up for selection, which is a new one for me. I've never had this before in football, in all honesty, so it's a bit of a tough time, but I'm a big believer that these things sort of will all work out and happen for a reason. Like I say, learning a lot about myself as a result, trying to make the best of a bad situation, hence why we're doing extra stuff like this. But it's probably been, in all honesty, like the most challenging part, or the most challenging season I've ever had. I've had loads of stuff going on in my personal life which has been hard to manage, on top of obviously being out of the team, not really been able to get much consistency this season. So it has been a little bit of a tricky one, in all honesty. But like I say, I'm a big believer that things will work out how you want them to if you put in the work, which is what we're doing at the minute. Like I say, I've never really had much sort of struggles in my football as of the last 4 or 5 years. It's all very much been on like an upwards trajectory. This is the first time where I've been in a situation where I've found myself sort of in the team or playing, like I say, balancing that on top of having stuff in my personal life going on. It has been a little bit tricky. Football is normally like a bit of a distraction, a bit of an escape, but obviously not having that on top of, like I say, things happening in my personal life off the pitch has been a little bit of a challenging one, in all honesty. But like I say, not much that you can do. No point crying over spilt milk. There's people in far worse situations than what I'm in. Getting the extra work where you can, which is why we're here today. It's not going to be a nice session. It's going to be pretty brutal, in all honesty. But let's get cracking. Session number 1 of the day wrapped up and boxed off. My ears have popped. I've got another session to do later, which is just down at the gym. So I will clip that, but I'll probably do like a voiceover thing rather than trying to do some fancy edit. I've got no idea what that drone footage is going to look like, by the way, so please don't shout at me if it looks terrible. I'm trying. But I feel so much, let's go this way. I feel so much better for having done that. Like I say, when things aren't great, I always try to put a massive emphasis on sort of healthy eating, good sleep, training, stuff that's going to make you feel better. I was probably guilty of not practicing what I preach, which is why I'm trying to put more emphasis on it. So I've done loads of different things. So I've hired a business coach, which is the first thing I've ever done for my business. I've gone the wrong way here for my personal training. So that's been going on for about 3 or 4 months. I'm trying to get in like peak shape, and I mean peak shape. So I've been dieting for about 3 weeks on my Instagram. You'll have seen my transformation post. I fucking could be lost here. Well, this is an adventure. Been dieting for like 3-4 weeks. Trying to, like I say, just get myself in peak mental and physical shape whilst I've got more spare time on my hands. That's one thing I noticed with me not playing. I've got a lot more spare time on my hands, not due to sort of having the time available, but because I'm not as tired from games, for example. And then finding that I've got more sort of energy and more time rather than just sort of slopping around after a game the next day. I'm up and at it. Right, this could be interesting. So, like I say, first session of the day, boxed off. Was meant to be on the beach. We've ended up in a forest, but that's the way life goes sometimes. What's the phrase? Something throws you lemons when life throws you lemons. I don't know. I'm waffling. Anyway, we'll see you back at home. Right, welcome to the voiceover. I thought it'd be a little bit easier explaining my current split this way, in case you're a bit simple like me. So, current training is 4 gym sessions per week. Upper body, lower body, and full body. In all honesty, majority of training splits will get you results if you're training hard enough and with the right intensity. The amount of times I see people cruising through gym sessions and then wondering why they don't get change. Lift heavy, push yourself, don't be a weasel. So a typical upper body session today was as follows. So pull-ups, 5 sets of max reps, 1 row movement, 1 upper back and 1 accessory movement. So a lighter volume day in all honesty, still just making sure that the intensity was right all the way through. Then it was on to dinner. Thought I'd treat myself tonight to not 1 but 2 steaks this evening. So nutrition at the moment is pretty epic, mandem, I can't lie. So roughly anywhere between 2,700 to 3,400 calories per day is what I'm on. I'm putting a big emphasis on whole foods, good quality protein, and just in general having a good clean diet. I just find it has a massive effect on how I'm feeling, both mentally, physically, how I sleep, all sorts of things, so it's important that you nail this down. I appreciate everyone staying tuned for the vlog. As I say, I'm going to try and be as consistent as I can on this now that my new camera is hopefully going to be up and running come next week. So let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see or need advice on, and I can get that in the videos. I appreciate all the support and see you in the next one, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.